Hey folks, I tried as best I could to document the behind the scenes stuff for the gathering this year. I've tried before, I never get enough video and it never hangs together, but I think I got enough this year to at least make it make some kind of sense. There probably should have been more, but when you're sort of in the middle of things trying to get everything done and everything going, you do miss out a few bits. But anyway, enjoy. This starts a couple of weeks before the show. So this is the packing station. I have no idea what this hair bubble is here. I'm guessing my wife has been doing some ticket packing. So these are the ones that I've recently packed. Blank envelopes, tickets, sheets ready to go out, box of tickets, box of envelopes, box of tickets here. This is ordinarily my kitchen table. It is basically like this for about 2 months. Then these are all going to get stamped with the hundreds of pounds worth of stamps we have to buy, and then sent out, and they're on their way to you, so you can hand them back to us when you come through the gate. Well, at least show them to us anyway. And then there's the club passes, which the same process has to happen with. The club passes have been pretty good this year. I got a fair few that I didn't have addresses on, which is quite annoying. That's partly a fault of my system allowing that to happen, and partly problems emailing people. So I'll go through the club layout stuff actually. Hold there 1 sec. So this is how we lay out clubs. So I have in Excel basically the show field. I think I've got previous years here. God knows when that was. We've changed it since then. So what we have is each one of these spaces represents a car. So each car we do 4 meters by 3 meters, so 4 meters long, 3 meters wide. Should give most cars enough space to be able to turn in and out the rows. The rows are then spaced 8 meters apart. And what I've done here is, you can see there's some outstanding, but I've taken all of the clubs that have rebooked that were previously on this side and moved them over to here, bar a couple that have like a set place that they're always in. We always put Worcester Retro on this entrance road because they really like it, and it really helps us because they always come with a lot of cars because they're very local, and I think if we have to turn a lot of cars away down the edge of the entrance road, it would be troublesome. Sometimes with sort of clubs, you never know how many people are going to turn up. So part of the reason I've done that this year is that last year there was a bunch of clubs that we had with big stands over in here that just didn't turn up in any number. So I thought, well, I remember this side of the field being really busy. So I thought, oh well, I'll swap them over, because really what we want is the field all the way across to be solidly busy. But if we get a few gaps over here, it's not quite so bad because this field is actually smaller, like up and down wise. So it compresses it a bit, so it doesn't actually feel as empty. Whereas when this side hasn't got people in it, it's really noticeable because it's sort of a big wide field and you can see all of it all at once. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're sort of booking and everything. I'd rather have people book 5 cars and turn up with 5 cars than book 10 cars and turn up with 5 cars. So after a long day of driving, I am in my hotel. I stay at hotels for the gathering and for the weekend, in fact, and it's not through a complete lack of desire to camp, although I hate tents, but I camped a few times at some of the earlier events. I didn't camp at the very first one because I was relatively sensible back then, but I still only had 3 hours sleep. But I camped at some of the earlier ones and I just wasn't able to operate properly the next day. And when you've got thousands of people turning up as the show grew and grew, being able to operate properly seemed to be a good idea. So hotels is it. The other half of the organising team, I say half, there's a bunch of them, will rent a house. In fact, it looks like this. Wave at the camera. and I am in a hotel room, and then some more of the organising team are on the campsite, and we're going to go and see them in a minute. I have set up RetroRise HQ. I've got my tiny god of a computer over here, and I have been emailing and doing video stuff and all that kind of thing, and I will be doing that again this evening, because it never stops. Okay, build day 1. So we all arrived yesterday. I unpacked my van of delight into this here hut. So these are the stakes for the clubs. There's tray stand gazebo, there's toolboxes of bits and pieces to help put signage up, tape, tickets, a spare gazebo. So yeah, we basically send this and some of the stuff we've got in somewhere else into a show. So sadly it's now raining. And this is how we lay out the show field. All of your signs are in here, club people, except for the ones we forgot, which Simon's now writing.
Not forgot, some people booked in late.
Some people did book in late, and it is their fault. Oh, you're definitely getting wind noise here. So this is the campsite as of about midday, 2 o'clock I think, by the looks of it. On the Friday. People don't necessarily follow the 3 PM thing. I wish they would, because it gives us a little bit more time to get set up, but there we go. Anyway, I need to speak to some security about some missing tickets. Oh, it's about 8 o'clock. Yeah, 10 past 8 on the Friday. Campsite's getting there. It's a little bit muddy down this bit here. In fact, it's a little bit muddy on the all of the fire lanes, but I'm hoping it'll dry out. Still drizzling a bit though. Oh, show organising, eh? So it's 11:30 now. I've just spent a bunch of the evening setting up the live stream stuff, so you can flick through the different videos we're going to get out of Shelsley easily on software I've never used before, so that was interesting. And then I made a overlay for the channel which I don't think is going to work, so I think I'll probably have to remake it tomorrow. And then answering messages, emails, following up on Facebook stuff, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go to bed now, and then I've got another day of prep tomorrow, where we'll be laying out the show field, and I've got to do some more live stream prep and stuff, but I got to have a shower, so I'm nice and clean, which is probably more than can be said for most of the people in the campsite, so good luck to them. Keith is the other half of the organising team. You don't get to see him on here very often, because he's quite quiet in the background, but if you ever come to our events and you've used the toilet and put something in a bin, this is the sort of thing I would forget and Keith sorts out, which is great because it makes us a good team. So this is the campsite early on Saturday. I say early, it's about 10 o'clock. We've laid out the show field, which I'll show in a minute. Ground is drying out, sun's out. This is Esme, kids.
Yeah. Hi sir, how are you?
Not too bad, you doing good? Right, it's mid-afternoon on Saturday, just after lunchtime, 2-3ish. Computer's all set up, live streaming stuff ready to go. Yeah, that was a good setup. But now I've got to go and do the merchandise booth, and then I think all of my tasks are done. It's made complicated because people arrive and there's not always people to meet them, so sometimes you get dragged away to do other stuff. But let's go and see what's going on. So it is now Saturday evening, about 7:30. I've had my dinner off-site. You have to escape the madness of the event, is what we discovered over the years, to clear your head a bit. So we got a few cars that line up. See, Datsun Sunny B310, best car ever made, lining up for the start of the day tomorrow to make our life easier. And then over here we have a tat auction, which we're going to see in a minute. That's Jason LaRosa, and there's Matthew Deere. And we were going to look at the tat auction in a sec, and also some of these cars. And this is the tat auction. Kev is in Russia this year, so right, live stream is ready. Vinny's gonna make it happen, and we're gonna go down and have a wander around a little bit. Keep it diverse. This is Aid photographering the event this year.
Nice sunset, cool car.
So, cool car and a sunset, that's all you want.
Alright. Alright, isn't it?
Are you going up?
It's not going up the hill.
No, yeah?
It's not.
No, that means he's not
3 times before.
he's not going to do a burnout so big that he's burst his tyre and then gets us in trouble because they had to relay the tarmac. Yeah. Right, it is 6:30, 6:40 on Sunday morning. We've just got here, setting up the merch stall behind us. I'm off to find some teas and coffees. I just got in, started the live stream. The field is completely devoid of cars, except actually for a couple of the traders. Oh, that's where that went from the tat auction. Yeah, this is it for the Madness. Beautiful morning. Catering still waiting to be set up. And I'm gonna hope this person can get me a tea or a coffee sorted very quickly. I'm heading to my spot at the moment, which is over here. It looks like a car already stuck. Grass is wet. But these the brakes we have across the course of the day it dries out, but everybody that arrives early gets a little bit stuck. But they do like to arrive early, so this is the retro parking already. It's already got cars in it. I got a cup of tea. I'm ready to do this. This is my life for the next 3 hours, watching cars arrive. Okay, it's now about 11 o'clock. I'm leaving my entrance. Got someone handling it. There's still cars arriving. People moving around in the show field. Cars in the show field everywhere. These guys are matching t-shirts. This is all good. It's going well so far. Oh, look, there's an Opel GT. So it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I've been on my feet all day. It's been hard work. And it's still going on. I'm currently manning the merch booth. Well, not currently. My wife's currently managing the merch booth. Still cars here. That away. Still sunshine. It's good. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. Everything is being dismantled. We're all heading home. Alright, it's 6 o'clock. The field is almost cleared. I'm going to go off and get my van of delightfulness and pack away my computer for the streaming, and then I'm going to go and have some dinner, and I'll be back in the morning to do some litter picking. So I hope everybody left the field nice. This is the field. Yeah, really good stuff all round.
Yeah.
Good day. Tiring.
Yeah.
And I need
it's
to,
always tiring though, isn't it?
Yeah, keel over somewhere. In fact, what I'm going to do is go home, eat some dinner and have a bath.
Amazing. But how did the show go overall?
Show was great. Yeah, show was great. Load of old cars in the field. Shit going up a hill.
What more can you ask
What
for?
more can you ask for?
So there you go. I've got that bit there, so you could use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, it's 9 PM on a Sunday. I had a Sunday roast of chicken. It was delicious. And now I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, it's the Monday after the event. I don't know what time it is. 8:30, something like that. Got to go back on site today for the litter picking, which takes a fair while, and then we have to put all of the bits and pieces that put the show together into storage. So let's go and do that. Okay, I'm at Gloucester Services now. You missed all the morning's entertainment because it was really, really wet, so I didn't manage to do any video. Anyway, we litter picked a field, we tidied up all of our signs, we put them in a storage container thing, we said goodbye to everyone, and then we hit the road. And Retro Rides Gathering itself is over for a year, but I then am about to spend the next week kind of following up videos, photographs, all of that kind of thing. I am extraordinarily tired, but it's done. Do it all again in a few months for Retro Rides Weekend.